What's up, guys? It's Sebastian. I had to retreat over to the shade here because my phone was starting to overheat since I was holding it up in the direct sunlight. So I'm over here. You can still get a good vantage point of the sea, all the beauty that's available still here in Catania, Italy. Something came up for me today that I encountered a while ago, which I thought would be super relevant. And it's this idea of being a good knower of things, variety of things, all sorts of different topics. This isn't my idea originally. Actually, I picked it up from Gary Halbert. If you don't know who that is, it's one of the best copywriters who ever lived. And so he was talking, I think, on an audio program or a podcast, before it was called a podcast, about how when you know a little about a lot, you can relate to more people, you can connect to more people, and ideally you know a lot about a lot. Everything from quantum mechanics to details about the Second World War to tax law, or even just recent history in the last 5-10 years. Just all these kinds of facts, data, different areas, finance, science, spirituality, all these different sorts of things, sports, woodwork, go as niche as you want, go as wide as you want. Things that other people tend to be interested in. And when you can show that you're interested, naturally, other people will be interested in you. Or at least they'll be open to connecting. They'll be open to speaking with you. So if you're able to have a conversation, especially in a sales context, where, yes, you're getting the necessary information to determine if there's a deal there and to determine what kinds of objections or roadblocks might be present, but also you're speaking to the person. You're speaking to another human being just like you, who's got hobbies, interests, hopes and dreams, things that they like to do in their spare time that other people might think are nerdy. Whatever it is, things that they consider to be correct, their perspectives, their viewpoints. Typically, it's not a good idea to get too political, but if you find that someone is particularly leading into that without your prompting, and it aligns with you, then maybe it is a good idea. Maybe you can find some common ground. Whether you support one side or the other, it doesn't matter. So the idea is, apart from just burying your nose into all this sales material, and by extension anything related to psychology and persuasion, and broadening your horizons, and even just thinking about what you like personally. What do you like to read? What do you like to listen to? What do you like to watch? Consider those things. You like a nature documentary. You like war and history. You like all sorts of mechanical stuff. You like to work on cars. You got on a call with another guy. Maybe your call is quite stale until it comes to light that he's a car guy and so are you. Well, there you go. You found some common ground. Are you going to spend the next 10-15 minutes just talking about, the 1965 Mustang or something? I'm not a car guy. Probably not. But at least you're going to have some common ground. And at that point, why would they not open up just a little bit more to you? Why would they not be a little bit more relaxed and unguarded and seeing you as a friend, right? Because ultimately you are there to open them up and figure out what's really making them tick. What is their world like? What's missing? And what kind of change they really want to make? And if you can understand the person behind just some of the logistical details of, you don't need to have your wife your decision maker. You're ready to do it now. You're committed, and if you don't do it, then XYZ thing's going to happen. If you fail to go deeper into the person, then is it any wonder that your calls really aren't going to feel so organic, authentic, and that they're not going to close? Consider that.